Welcome back to Thrive in the Room. It is Black Business Month edition where we will be talking to some new faces, some familiar faces, and all for just ending Black Business Month on a high note. So I'm excited to bring back Avery of the Avery Standard. We spoke to him earlier this year, but he is back. So we're going to talk to him and see what he's been up to, some new conversational questions. And so y'all can get familiar with him. I love when y'all decide to come back to Thrive in the Room. It just shows that you love what we're doing. Let's invite him. I see he's come in. Hold on. All right. Yeah, so while he's coming in, let's say that he joined.
You can see me. You can see me.
Yes, let me back up a little bit so I can put my stuff in the full frame. All right. Right there. That should be good. Yeah. Welcome back to the Balance Room
Yeah,
for
glad to
our,
be back.
for our Thrive in the Room series. We're happy to have you. So just in case we get a new couple of people popping in or new people watching via our YouTube channel, I just want to let everybody know that the Balance Room is a place that's all about wellness and economic advancements here in South Florida and virtually because we do run a hybrid wellness studio. And I want Avery to come and give y'all a little introduction on who he is again. Uh oh, hold on. He left. Oh, let's get him back in, y'all. Let's send him that invite. We work through the challenges, y'all.
I don't know what happened. You hear
Okay,
me?
welcome. Hey, welcome back. Yeah, so what we were just inviting you, back into
Yeah,
the room. We're happy you're here.
thank you.
The Balance Room is all about just creating a space for businesses, creators, and entrepreneurs who just build opportunities to create with one another and ultimately just feel good experiences. So for the people who have not met you yet, share who you are, what you do briefly, and then we'll get started.
All right. All right, y'all. So I'm Avery, the founder of the Avery Standard. I created the Avery Standard just in being a man who got tired of living below my capabilities and potential. So I created the Avery Standard to help other men, you know, who want more out of life to follow me and get the same thing and pursue those dreams. Create a standard that means the world to you.
All right, yeah. So y'all make sure we like to tell y'all the purpose of doing these lives is that when you come in the room that you get familiar with the people who are here, you follow them, you engage with their content so that that good karma is put back out into the universe for you as well. All right, so what does being a Black business owner mean to you?
It means opportunity. It means the ability to at least make a choice. And when I say opportunity, that choice is often made by others in our lives, like the
Mhm.
place we work, the school, or whatever we attend to. So when I have the ability and the opportunity to create my own choice, it really means a lot, and I don't take it for granted.
Okay, yeah, I like that. It is a very intentional choice. It is not easy work. We'll get into that, but do you feel like being a Black entrepreneur has shaped the way that you approach your business and the impact that it has on other Black men?
Yeah, I would love to think so. I think when you see someone doing the things that matter to you, and
Mhm.
have like that spirit and those weights lifted off you, it is very encouraging. I see people all the time who are Black men doing business and in whatever capacity, but just the freedom of knowing that they can be present with the things that matter in their lives. It's an amazing feeling, and I don't take it for granted. Like I said, I really do enjoy the ability to be present with my kids, with my family, with my wife, as often as I can be. And creating a business has allowed me to do that. So I like to think that people see these things and hear these things, and they feel the same way, and it's encouraging and inspiring to them to get out and go create their own uh, business.
Yeah, I think that that's always an important conversation to have with Black business owners because it's not all of us are second, third, fourth generation learning from somebody. We trying to figure it out on our own. And learning from scratch is like one of the most difficult and most uncomfortable
Yeah,
things
most
that you
stuff.
can do. But somebody has to be the first.
Yeah,
No, representation matters.
yeah.
And a lot of the times we like to create, or I encourage us to create the things that we don't see,
Mm,
and if you're
yeah,
passionate about something that's already there, hey, how can you perfect that? How can you innovate that?
yeah,
I think
of
it means a
course.
lot for us to see our people creating and taking up space, especially as it relates to building our own businesses.
Yeah. And it doesn't have to be something that's like, a lot of times people get caught up in building something that is a physical space, is
Hmm.
a known commodity or service. Hey, I'm gonna go wash cars, but you can start building a brand around yourself, around the things that you
Hmm.
enjoy doing, and like you said, building something that we haven't seen but we want to see. Like I want to see more black men raise their level of standards. Like I see it all the time that people don't. Black men have these standards that are below where they should be, and we create these images of ourselves and we accept it because we feel like that's where it should be, but that's not where you want to be. Like
Hmm.
you like we get in the habit of thinking we're supposed to go out there and slave for 40 hours a week because that's what a man does. That's what a black man does. But you can raise your standard and say, you know what, I'm gonna work less and build more and create something that matters to me and my family. I always used to say, because I was a manager in the food industry, I can't leave a management position for another company to my kids. So why am I working so hard to build this for someone else?
I think that says a lot. And I think that's also important to not being so swept away by social media culture and making you think that you got to go quit your job to build what it is that you're trying to build. Because sometimes if you feel you're not 100% invested in what it is that you're building, it's not going to produce the thing that you're looking for. And I always like to challenge that. Like, you can keep your job. Like, you can use that job to fund the dream that you're trying to
Exactly.
build. And once it's sustainable, then you make the transition to leave. Because the worst thing that can happen, and it's probably worse things that can happen, is when you leave, you don't have a cushion, you don't really have a plan, you're not clear about what it is that you're trying to build, and you get frustrated, you get
Hmm.
overwhelmed, you begin to doubt yourself,
Yeah.
and then you crawl back into this space of being a hustler, but it's not healthy. I always
Yeah.
say there's like a hustler and then there's a healthy hustler. A hustler is somebody who's gonna get the money by any means necessary. They don't care who they hurt along the way. But a healthy hustler is somebody who understands strategically how I need to create this plan because I need to take care of what it is that I'm trying to take care of. And the
Hmm.
discipline, that's discipline in that. And you're
Yep.
not hurting anybody along the way. You're not losing your morals along the way. So there's a healthy hustle that's out there too. But yeah, y'all don't have to quit y'all jobs
Yeah.
to be, you can still be a full-time entrepreneur. It's just gonna require more.
Exactly. But
Yeah.
that's I've been at those different levels. So when you describe that, I've been the guy who burned the boats. Let's go create a business. I'm gonna give it up my all, and then like you say, you get into that space of doubting yourself and questioning is this, am I doing the right thing? Like you
Mhm.
don't deserve, nothing's given to you. Like you're not deserving of it because, oh, God blessed me with a vision. And I'm not doubting anyone who has religious beliefs behind the things that they do, but faith without works is dead. So yes, you can put in the work too. It's not just given to you. So you got to be strategic in how you move. And that's something that's not taught to us as a black community in whole, of how we need to organize and situate the things that we need in business. Because again, you can go out there and hustle and go make $500 a day, $1,000 a day, however much you aspire to make, but no one's teaching you at the end of the year how
Mhm.
much you need to pay the taxes, how you need to organize your payroll, how your money should be allocated towards marketing, towards growing, towards all these different things. And we're running on that treadmill at full speed. Eventually, you get tired.
Yeah, I agree. This is like the perfect segue into building wealth and community because that's going to be the next topic we touch on. And we always say that there are always the black community is multi-layered, and I'm going to start this because it's going to go into building wealth and community, we have so many conversations about starting from the bottom, shifting the mindset. Like, we don't always want to start from the bottom. That's why
Yeah.
we want to build generational wealth that lasts, so that our kids, grandkids, and great grands and great 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 great, like, these future generations don't have to start from the bottom, and it's okay.
Yeah.
But when you are the person to start from the bottom, it makes sense. And it's when you think about longevity, to make sure that you are strategic in your planning, that you are sensible with how you're spending your money. And if you are somebody who is given something, because a lot of us are left, trust, and we're written as our parents or grandparents' wills, and we are provided money. Sometimes it's at a young age, sometimes it's when you get older and you're given that opportunity. You still got to be strategic with it if you wanted to keep it and grow with you,
Yeah.
because you can lose it all. You can lose it all. So coming into the next one, it says, when you think about Black business ownership, what does building wealth actually mean to you?
I'm gonna say patience. I think when you're
Hmm.
trying to build something that matters, when you're patient, because you may not see it. Like
Yeah.
if the goal is generational wealth, and if we break that down and understand what generational is, it's not today, it's not tomorrow, it's not the next week or the next couple of years. A
Yeah.
generation is what we're trying to build. And if you're trying to build something that's generational, why wouldn't you take your time with it? Why wouldn't it be something that you you really are strategic and mindful of the way you put it into position? So
Yeah.
when I'm thinking about the generational wealth, I'm thinking about, okay, well, today I'm going to build for my kids' kids. That's the mindset and the intention behind it that you have to have if you're thinking about generational wealth. Because even if you build something that your kids could pick up, yeah, your kids can pick it up, but your kids can also fumble it. So when building generational wealth, we're patient, we're teaching, we're being mindful in all those different things and all those different capacities, because we want something that's going to sustain the whole
Yes.
surname as a whole. Like, I want the Williams last name as a whole to be something that can be respected, honored, and mentioned in all the big circles. So I'm going to teach my kids the things that I wasn't taught and have them pass that along to their kids, because you got to continue to pass it along if you want to build a generation.
Yes. I would say, for how I view it, Black ownership, as what it means to be being the founder of the Balance Room, to me, is creating legacy that elevates our family to, and I say family, and I mean that over generations, to a space of financial freedom. So I think that we all want to be financially free, but before we get there, there's a level of financial stability you gotta hit,
Yeah,
and you stabilize first, and then
yeah,
you elevate from there. So I think that that's important. Patience is definitely a huge thing. I think you would think, going through this whole space of the pandemic, that people will understand and process the idea of what patience looks like, because we were in a space of solitude and just being still for quite some time. And I think coming out of that, people like, oh, I got to get it. I got to get it. I see everybody building businesses. I see
exactly.
everybody, you know, creating these pathways, but not all of it is longevity.
Yep,
Like, you see some businesses here today, and the next 5 years they're not here. And it's the businesses that last for the long run. And it's okay
yeah,
to pivot when necessary. I think that pivoting is very much needed in a lot of businesses, because what worked 5 or 10 years ago, given the changes with technology and how people are so innovative now, you might have to shift.
yeah,
But it's being patient. When you say patience, I think about, and probably because you're an investor, it just makes me think of Bitcoin. So if you got Bitcoin back when everybody was getting their little Bitcoin, and you sat on that and you were patient and you didn't take nothing out, and you rolled it out until that pandemic wave, that come up was amazing.
yeah,
And to me, that's a way of building generational wealth. When you make those investments, you sit, you allow them to grow, you make sure you check on them. You gotta come in and okay, how these numbers looking today, what the market, I don't know a lot about I don't know a lot about investing, but I do know that people always tell that story about certain, what is it, certain stocks. That's
Uh-huh.
Bitcoin is a currency or something.
Yeah.
But there are stocks too that people kind of saw it going up a little bit. They took their money out instead of just waiting a long game and just
Hmm.
letting that stock build over time. So we're not gonna get into too much with investments because I don't know about all that. Hey
Yeah.
y'all, if you're pulling
But
up, thank you so much. Welcome into the room. We hope that you're here. You take something with you, and if you can't stay for the full thing, the replay will be on YouTube. Let's see. To follow up, how do you feel that your business contributes to something bigger than your own success?
like I said, just raising the standards for men, for
Mm,
black men in particular, because we have these visions of ourselves that are below the way we may want to live, and like that doesn't have to be financially. That could be mentally, emotionally, all these different things where you
yeah.
have a standard of how you want to live. I see people live in these ways where like they want to be, they don't want to have to just always listen to this drill music. Like I hear, and there's nothing wrong with it, like that level of rap music, but it's like 5 o'clock in the morning and these guys just blasting drill music. I'm like because that's
What
the
I
image
don't.
they,
What is drill
like that
music?
hardcore music, like kill them and shoot them and all that stuff. It's some young people stuff. You might not know
Oh,
nothing about that.
I have no clue.
So so it's like, and they want to listen to something different. But I've been in this space of accepting me and being the person I want to be for so long that I
Mhm.
don't care if you check my Apple Music and you see uh, K-pop Demon Hunters because my
Yeah.
daughter listens to it and I'm in the car
Hey.
singing with her too. Like,
Yeah.
but that's the standard of myself that I have enough respect and appreciation for myself that no one else around me can control what that looks
Mhm.
like. No other man. So uh, my 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 contribution in building this and pursuing these things are to help men raise the standards of what the way they should be living,
Mhm.
and understanding that taking care of your family is a privilege. You don't it's not, we're in this culture, this space of, oh, 50-50 on bills. What does a woman bring to the table for me? Like, no, as a man, the standard should be, I like the idea of taking care of my family. I like the idea of my wife being able to stay at home. Like that, those are standards that you should be having. And again, everyone's standards are different, but
Mhm.
raise your standards to a level that requires you to reach and put in the effort of being more than just what social media or society tells you should be. So that's the goal of the Avery Standard and what I hope to accomplish and contribute to the community.
I like that. That that's a big takeaway
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
because
It matters a lot to me.
yeah, but you're shifting mindsets. You're creating a new culture of what it means to exist today as a black man, no matter what role that they may play. Because it might be a black man who's just trying to build a business, and he's just not really dating anybody. He don't have no kids, and he may not have an educational background. But you may have somebody who's corporate who is dating. He's in a relationship, but you can always have standards no matter
Yeah, of course.
where you are, what you got going on. Having standards is like the pathway to continuing to be the best version of yourself.
Yeah.
That's how I would like to look at it. And we talked a little bit earlier about being the first, and what has building without a blueprint taught you?
That is possible.
Mm,
That, like, you see it all the time where there's others who may not have as much information as you or the knowledge and skill set, but they're thriving. And I always think, what, it's possible. It when I see it,
mm-hmm,
obviously, but yeah, you build something, it takes, and it becomes profitable. You're like, oh, it's possible. If I can do 500 in sales, I can do 1,000 in sales. If I could do 1,000 in sales, you continue to multiply and build on the success that you currently have seen. But it really is a mind opener when you see something that you saw within yourself come to life, and others believe in it and see its value as well.
and essentially you're building without a blueprint, but you're creating the blueprint for those who come after you.
Exactly. Yep.
So that's
Exactly.
the power of that.
Yeah. Exactly. And when it's something is as simple or as meaningful as what you believe in and
Mhm.
what you want to see the change be, it's so easy to communicate that. So like when I have conversation with guys who are trying to build or hope to build, and they're like, well, Avery, I don't know how to do this. And I'm like, well, the goal is to learn. You can learn. Like that's a simple and easy conversation I can have with somebody without giving them free game. Like it's like you can learn. There's books, there's YouTube, there's trial and error. Like it's so many different ways you can learn. So it's easy for me to communicate that and be an example, a visual example of that because I believe in it and I'm passionate about it. And people tell me all the time, like, man, I'm so proud of where you are and the person you are and the things you're doing. And I don't have like this immediate or this grand success
Mhm.
financially and stuff like that, but I know what I'm building within myself that that matters so much more to me, and it eventually catch up with other things that I aspire for the Avery standard to be.
Yeah, I love that. I think reminding individuals and black men too, like it's okay to be a beginner. It's
Yeah,
okay to be a student. We
hmm,
don't always need teachers. You know,
yeah,
teachers are great when they have their area of expertise, but always be open to being a student and soaking up new experiences, new information. You never know what you learn when you have conversations with people because people have so much knowledge. I was watching this episode of, I don't remember what it was, but I came across it on social media and I kind of stuck with it. And it was talking about, I don't know if it was showed to me or if I came across it, but it was just talking about like how we have to engage with our elders,
yeah,
have more conversations with elders,
yeah,
and it's because they've experienced parts of life that we won't ever get to experience.
yeah,
So once they're no longer here, you don't have access to what those experiences were. You
yeah,
know, like that is gone. So yeah, just always being a student is something that I've learned. I've always been a lover of information. So I think that that's amazing to have. And also giving yourself permission to be a beginner.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
okay to be the first. It's okay to like it's gonna take some steps. You're gonna need to be super courageous and it's not always comfortable, but if it means something to you, all the work is always worth it.
yeah. No, I enjoy it. I think, like you say, just be excited with the process as well.
Mhm.
Like, I might go in the gym and try a new workout I've been researching and stuff, and I might fall. I might not be balanced with what I'm doing, and I record and share that as well, just to show people like you don't got to go in the gym and be some personal trainer that knows everything and every angle. Like, go out there and try it and see how it
Yeah.
makes you feel. So be excited with the process.
Yeah. All right. So let's do our this or that. But of course, it's Black Business Month. So we're gonna make it related to Black Business Month. All right, so this it's funny it starts with this one because yeah. And these are quick, so you gotta answer quick. Don't take no time to think about it, like, oh, this is hard, this is whatever. Just first response that comes to your mind. Bootstrapping or investors?
Yeah, bootstrapping,
Brick and mortar or online business?
online business,
Solo entrepreneur or business partner?
solo entrepreneur,
Hmm. Slow and sustainable growth or grow fast?
slow and sustainable growth,
Collaboration or competition?
collaboration,
Reinvest in the business or pay yourself?
reinvest in the business.
Generational wealth or generational knowledge?
Damn, generation, generational knowledge. Yeah, you can build again with generational knowledge
Oh, okay. All right. Why did you pick that? Like why explain that one. Why did you pick generational knowledge? Yeah.
because I feel like you can rebuild with generational knowledge. If I have the knowledge to build a multi-million-dollar business, no matter when if it's taken or if it's sold or if it
Yeah.
whatever, I can rebuild it again because I have the knowledge, I have the know-how.
Yeah.
If I have generational wealth and they change what currency looks like you know what I'm saying? It's different outside factors that could take away from the
Yeah.
generational wealth. One seed or one child or whatever, one generation can wipe it all out because now they do dumb stuff. They blow it on lawyers. They blow it on
Hey.
whatever. They can blow it all
Yeah.
away. You could really push down all the money. So, but if they have the knowledge, you can always rebuild and get back to where you once saw yourself at.
Okay. All right. There's no right or wrong answers.
No,
It's
I
just that
know.
one.
It's,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's no right or wrong answers. It's just what your preference is. So I just wanted to like know what it would be. And when we have guests later on this week, I'm gonna ask that last one to them too,
that's a
and how
great
they
one.
feel about generational wealth and generational knowledge, because both of those are powerful things.
Yeah,
So I think that when you come into spaces, and if you had to pick which one would it be, you have to know, like you just gotta know.
yeah,
And neither one of them are wrong,
I agree.
because you can take one and build the other.
I agree.
So, all right. So as we start to wrap up, I want to bring it back to legacy. When you think about everything that you're building right now, what do you hope remains after you?
I would say the discipline and consistency in the things that I'm trying to do. I love to see my kids, my sons, like, see me working out like, Daddy, I'm for the work out too. Or, we for to hit the gym together or we reading the book together. So I would say the discipline and consistency of trying to build or commit to the things that you aspire to is the people who watch me, the people who follow me. And I hope it's something that is always there and always the foundation of what they see in the things that I'm trying to build.
And to somebody who's watching this, who has an idea or a dream or business, and they're scared to take that first step, what advice would you have for them?
I think just understand that you'll never be uh, in the space of being able to do it now. You'll
Mm-hmm.
never be in that space again. So the worst thing that can happen is if you go back to square one. Like if you decide to take 5 steps and go jump out and do this, the worst thing that happens is you'll be back at square one. Like
Mm-hmm.
when you get in that mindset of understanding that I'm playing Monopoly and I can always start back at go if I even if I go to jail, even if I get money taken away from me because I landed on a space, you always start back at square one. And when you know what you've done and how you should do it, look at life as a video game and go through that process all over again. But now you need to jump over this pitfall instead of running over the pitfall. So just learn from life and continue to try again.
All right, I love that. That was well said.
Thank
Some points that I wanted to leave everybody with. Of course, thank you, Avery, for your time.
thank you for
Coming
having me.
back into the room, it's very much appreciated. Always grateful. I want people to know that Black businesses are more than just transactions. It is our stories, it is our ideas, our creativity, our ownership, and it's us opening doors to those that are coming behind us, those who are coming from the side. And sometimes those who are in front of us might look back and say, you know what, let me grab their hand and bring them on up here. I see
Yeah.
they've been back there for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the power of community. And thriving isn't just about how we build together, but it's what it becomes when we're building. So, is there anything you want to leave our guests with before we end our lives today, and how they can support your business and anything that you're working on?
Yeah, of course. So y'all follow me at the Avery Standard. Make sure y'all go cop that 30-day rebuild PDF and journal that we have. It helped me position myself and start to build the foundation of the man that I am becoming. In only 30 days, it's a great resource and tool to have. Y'all make sure y'all go get that T-shirt, Build a Man, Build a Life. That's where you start. If you want the life that you dream of, you got to be the man that you dream of. Y'all make sure y'all go support. Make sure y'all support yourselves, pour into yourselves, continue to build, be consistent, be
Mhm.
hungry, go after it. That's all I got to say for
I like that. Well,
them.
thank you again so much, Avery, for coming back to Thrive in the Room, sharing your story with us for our Black Business Month edition. I think that we started off the week on an extremely high note with this live. You guys know that if you missed the live, you can catch every live that we do. We created a YouTube channel, so we're trying to put the videos over there so you guys don't have to sit in front of your phone the whole time. You can stream it from the TV while you're doing stuff around the house and just listen to the gems being dropped. We have an amazing lineup this week of just amazing Black beings who are doing amazing work and
Yeah,
taking care of our community. And we do that in a way that everybody will continue to thrive. Here's another feel good experience. I'm Anna Williams, and don't forget to follow Avery of the Avery Standard. Y'all be well.